y'all? Welcome to Prime TV. I'm your host, Qiayel. It is pronounced, or it's spelled with a Q, but it's pronounced Qiayel. And today I have a wonderful guest with me. Some of y'all may know her, some of y'all may not. That's okay though, because we gonna get to know her today. Her name is Neci. She does hair, okay? All things hair, all things beauty, beauty technician. So go ahead and help me welcome her to Prime TV. Hey. So you can go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit to the people.
Okay. Well, my name is Arnecia. I go by Neci J. I have been a local beautician in the Ypsilanti area for about 15 years or more now. I do all things hair. I do braids, crochet, sew-ins, natural hair, flexi rock, anything you name with hair, I do. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I know that you mentioned before that you started when you were 9 years old. How did that even start for you? Because 9 is pretty young.
It is. So technically, I didn't have any siblings. My sister and me are 17 years apart. So it's literally like a gap. So a lot of my learning came from me just playing with my Barbie dolls and dressing them up, doing their hair and stuff like that. So it started with dolls, and then it went to playing with my hair. And then ever since then, it's been people in the community. And it expanded from there to school. Up until now, where I got my studio. So, yeah.
So, what was it like, starting off at 9? Was it something that you were always just interested in, or like was it a necessity? How did that exactly
it just honestly, I want to say I was gifted in it. Like nobody taught me how to braid. That was something I just learned how to do with my dolls because I played by myself. So it was a lot of my imagination and things that I wanted as a child or wanted to do as a child. So. Braiding hair, it just came to me. It's hard to explain, but it did. It just came to me. So, it was fun. It was a learning experience. Like I tell people, like sometimes people are just gifted and stuff. You like, how did you? It's just a love for it.
Yeah.
So
it just kind of came naturally.
It did.
Yeah.
Like language. It did. It came very fluent. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What's one of the styles that you would say is probably like your favorite thing to do? I know that you specialize. I've seen a lot of silk press.
Yes.
On
my clients.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so I started off being a braider.
Okay.
So that was my thing, was braids. That's what I did for myself. I remember I tell my daughter all the time, I was in probably 3rd or 4th grade. I had braided some weave in the front of my hair. And the little ballies that people used to wear? I put it at the bottom. I remember reaching down in class to get my pencil and that whole braid came out. But and it was funny, but at the same time, it's a learning experience. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine what other students probably thought at the time. But, I mean, everything is a learning experience. So,
yeah. So, the braiding was my thing. Like I said, just braiding my hair, braided the guys in the neighborhood. I played with everybody. So, I'm braiding hair outside. In school, when I got in high school, weaves and things were popular. Yeah. So, with sew-ins, if your foundation is set, sewing is immaculate. So it went from being weaves, but I noticed that in the hair industry, health is not a focus.
Yeah.
Styling is. That's why you have a lot of hairstylists. You don't really have hairdressers or beauticians.
Right.
So from that moment, I kind of changed because I seen that people neglected their hair because they were weaves. And that's when the weave game kind of got turned a little. It took a turn for me. Yeah, and I started focusing just on health and growing a natural hair and educating my clients on healthy hair too.
Yeah. I have noticed that you have a lot of the same client returning. I've seen a lot of growth, even like looking at your Instagram page, like looking at the same person and seeing their hair growth and you becoming really healthy. So I do applaud you for that.
Thank you.
You did extra education for that? Like, do you have your cosmetology
license? Yeah, because it was always a gift that I had, but I tried the college thing, not knocking those who have gone, but hair was my thing. And it was like, if you were going to go to school, go for what you love to do, Right. So I went and got my cosmetology license. I got licensed back in 2012.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
It's been a little minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been super long.
No.
But, yeah.
Long enough. Yeah.
I do know with me, college has not been the best for me just because I am interested in entrepreneurship. I mean, obviously I could go and get my business degree or something like that, but why spend so much money when a lot of the information that I need to know is already out there. It's free.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would, anyone that's watching this that's pretty young, if college is not for you, do not try to force yourself to go just because your parents say that's the right path to do. I'm not knocking college.
Correct.
Because some people, they excel in college and they are very well off. My friend is one of them. However, there are other ways and avenues that you could learn to make money without going to college.
Correct. Correct. That is correct.
So what exactly do you mean when you say you educate people on the science in nature?
So a lot of the times people think very hard about hair than what it actually is. Yes. Because we have been conditioned almost to a training to where we think that doing our hair the most, constantly having it styled, constantly doing something is growing the hair. Or, it's taking care of the hair when that's the total opposite.
Really?
Yes. The more manipulation to your hair, the more breakage you'll have, the more dryness of hair you'll have, and the more it'll start to break off because you're constantly touching.
Right.
Constantly causing friction. So a lot of my clients, and they trust me, but I tell my clients, I tell you this because if there's ever a time where you have to go to another hairstylist, I want you to know what's going on.
Right.
That's the biggest thing for me because I can't service everybody all the time, every time. So if you have to go to someone else, be educated enough with what the service that I'm providing you, but also the information I'm giving to you and why I'm giving it to you.
Right.
Yeah, which is key because I do your hair at the salon, but when you leave, you got to take care of it.
You right.
So you got to know what you're doing, taking care of it. Otherwise, my job starts all over. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible at taking care of my hair.
Everyone is. Everyone is. Because it takes a lot of work. Being natural is a beautiful thing, but it requires a lot of, I wouldn't say work, requires a lot of attention. And when there's so many things that's going on in your life that cause for your attention, you neglect. So, yes.
So you did mention that you went to school for cosmetology. Where did you go? I
went to Aveda. That's in Ann Arbor. Yeah, it was a very popular school. Still is. But it was one of the known schools in Michigan. Outside of, I think, Michigan College of Beauty. And then Paul Mitchell was another one. But at the time, Aveda was the school that I chose to go to. It was right around the area. I was familiar with Ann Arbor. So I went there for cos school.
Are you born and raised in Ipsy?
I am. I'm actually born and raised here in the Willow Run area, not just Ipsy, but yes, and where my salon is.
Yeah. So what are your opinions on people's, I guess, notions about West Willow?
I think that it has a very, very good potential. I'll say that. Honestly, being over here and being a hairstylist, I've never had an issue with retaining clients, or even having good, professional clients. Like I say, for the most part, my business is based upon my energy. So I believe that I attract the clients that are similar to me. So with the area, I don't have any issues with it.
Okay. That's good. I know a lot of people say Ipsy is kind of like the new Detroit, or like a miniature Detroit now. It has been getting more hot than normal. But there are still some good parts of Ipsy, and it is also about the energy and the people that you keep. I know when I moved out, I moved into UGA at first. Okay. And my mom was so nervous about me moving over there. She was like, anything can happen to you. Did you hear that this happened and that happened? I'm like, Mom, anything can happen anywhere. Anywhere. So.
Any point in time.
Right. As long as I'm keeping to myself, I mind my own business, I'll be good. So that's pretty much how I feel about
the area. That's what because people talk bad about it, but I feel like it's also too, like you said, what you choose to do too. It's like, are you around a lot of chaos, a lot of, loud drama, things like that, then, that's kind of where you'll find that energy. But if you kind of keep it to yourself and you might, I don't want to say minding your business, but you minding your business, then you shouldn't have any issues. Right. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't. I haven't had any, so yeah.
Right. Did you like your school, Aveda?
Yeah, it was. It was different because, of course, it was predominantly another ethnicity. So it was a little hard just because there's a structure, especially with beauty school. A lot of other girls know, the focus is too much on our hair. It's not educated on our hair. When we're going to school, the biggest thing for me going to Veda was science, learning the anatomy of hair and all of that, because I already was doing hair prior to school. So going there, you know, the focus. Like I tell people, if you go into cosmetology school and you don't love hair, don't go. Don't go because you like doing it. Don't go because there's good money involved. Go because you love it. Because my class started off with like 36 girls. When we graduated, it was probably like 10.
Oh, man.
They were dropping like flies. Yeah. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. You got to love it. You got to love it.
Yeah. Isn't there like a set of hours or required hours that you have to do?
Yeah, so we had to do 1,500 hours. I went in the evening because I worked a job during the day. So it was like 5 to 9 around then. We had 15 hours we had to do. We only had, out of the 14 months, we only had like 9 or 10 days we could miss. Yeah, it was. That's why I say, if you truly, you got to be passionate about it. But it's the same way, because like I say, with cosmetology school, they really, I don't want to say they didn't educate me on hair, because again, a lot of that was the work that I had to put in. But they taught me the business aspect. That's why it was never hard for me to go inside, you know, go to a salon and open them, because they taught you how to run a business, in other words. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we went service a client, because we're students, remind you, but we're performing services on the public. So you greet them, introduce them to product, service them, take them back downstairs, tell them what you used on them, and then hopefully they purchase and buy. So it's like your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So is that what also helped you lean towards you owning your own studio? Yes. I've
always wanted to own my own studio, just because I like the personal feel. I think that when you're getting a service, it should be an experience versus just a service. And with an experience, that's because I feel that what I perform on my clients doesn't just end when they leave the chair. Right. Clients come back like, Neci, I heard your voice in my head telling me not to put this good. Because that's what I want to happen. Because I want you to, you know, because I care about my clients, you know, but I care about their hair first. Right. So, yeah.
So, what was the process like getting to owning your own studio?
Honestly, a lot of drive, inhibition. I've always planned to own my own salon, actually. So this studio is literally just a piece of what I foresee for myself in the future so far as a salon. But I mean, every place that I've been, I've always built my own clientele. I've never really relied on others for my clients. So at that moment, it was just like, okay, now you have to learn structure, because here, I'm not just paying booth rent. Right. I'm paying a lease. I'm paying everything else. And so there's a level of, like, financial, you know, I guess, literacy you would have to be able to maintain something for a while. Yeah. But that's all. Just pretty much working in booth rentals until I was like, you know what? I'm ready to spread my wings and see, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
Was it hard finding a place to have your own business or having your own studio? And then the papers and registrations, all that?
So technically, okay, so I got my business license prior to getting me a salon license, because those two things were different. Okay. Maintaining our Divine studio, but also making it an actual establishment. It actually happened during the pandemic, so it was even more crazy because it was a lot going on at that time, and I was trying to, you know, eventually get into owning this studio. So it was wasn't a lot too much paperwork, because the person who owns this building I know, it's my father. So technically he had this space, and I was just like, I'm ready to see what I can do in my own space. Just a little bit. So yeah, then I opened up here, and honestly, it's been very abundant. I've learned a lot about myself, my work ethic too. And then just about how I want my, I guess, energy to be in the place. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so are you the only one that works in this building? Do you have someone under you or anything like that?
No, it's just me. Yeah. Okay. It's just me. I would have loved to have somebody here, but for the most part, I wouldn't say that I'm big on energy, but I want somebody who comes in here that loves what they do. It's not just about hiring people to make money, because eventually technically my name is on everything in here. So I would want somebody to have that same type of, you know, view within themselves about their character when working. And I haven't found nobody yet, but my clients love it in here, and they love being by themselves, so I'm not knocking it at all.
I mean, I like it. I prefer one-on-one type of feeling. I don't mind, other people being there, but it's more inviting when you're just one-on-one with somebody and then making that connection. I mean, I feel like that's probably why you get a lot of the same reoccurring clients too. So
Yeah, they love it. It's like, because you go, like I say, you go some places and it's not a matters of several people being serviced, but how do I attend to my client, because you're paying for a service and an experience. How can I give you an experience if you're sharing it with other people?
Right.
That's not okay. That's not okay, but
Yeah.
it works for some. So
yeah. So what exactly, for the people, the name of your studio?
It's Arvon Studio is the name. Mm-hmm.
How did you come up with that?
Well, so actually it's a name that has been within the family. My mother is a seamstress, or actually a tailor, and she had a custom design business. So she would make custom clothing items, and it was called Arvon because my name is Arnecia and my nephew name is Javon. Okay. So she kind of put that in, and when I came here, my nephew, we actually collabed a lot with working in here. And so I was like, I'm going to just take the name with me, because it's a family name. So, yep, I just took it over to the salon aspect.
I like that name, Arvon. I feel like I don't think I've ever heard that name before.
I actually Googled it. It's a lot. It's a couple of things named Arvon, which is great.
Really?
Yeah. I was very surprised because my mom made it being unique. So it was kind of, I'm like, wow, other people have the name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for other things, but yeah, it's other people have the name Arvon.
Yeah. Well, with you being a mother of 3, right? What are their ages, first of all?
I have an 11-year-old, I have a 3-year-old that's about to be 4, and then I have a 1-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like kids, but we got all girls in our family. Mm-hmm. Do you have all girls? Mm-hmm. Like, oh man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. I need some boys.
It definitely, I will say it definitely, especially with their dad, it mellows out the emotions and the energy, because they're a lot. They're girls. They're emotional. So, it's a lot. I'll say my 11-year-old is the easy breed. She's always been an easy baby. The only thing she does is ask me for her hair done often, but don't want to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other 2 ones are a little bit easier. So, yeah.
So are there any things or the concepts that you're teaching them now, like when it comes to their hair and maintaining it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm on my oldest because, they're in this younger age with it's about trendy hairstyles, trendy looks. It's just all of it's trends, just trends after trends. And so I'm trying to get I'm not even going to say I'm educating my daughter on value. Mm-hmm. More than anything, you want your hair to look nice, you want your hair to grow long. You see, my clients with long, healthy hair, they do it because they come to me regularly, and they don't touch their hair in between. But you're touching your hair right now after I've just done it, So, yeah, I get on her more than my oldest more than often because she's at the age where she's into her look. So, yeah.
Is there anything that you've seen within like the beauty industry in general that you are trying to keep your kids from, I guess, like being a part of? I know you said being like the trendy hairstyles, but anything, everything.
No, I'm just playing. No, because like I tell people, there's so many varieties to hairstyles, but everything is not meant for everybody. Mm-hmm. And so one thing about my daughter is with weave. Yeah, you can like it and enjoy it, but wear it because you want to wear weave, right? Not because you have to wear weave. And then also straightening your hair, wearing your hair in a formal or whatever. It's not just for a nice event. Your hair curly is nice for the event. Mm-hmm. So it's also teaching them that their natural hair is beautiful. It don't have to be straight. It don't, letting them. My daughter loves they puff balls and they afros, and that's the best thing. Yeah.
That's something I'm trying to teach my nieces now. My oldest niece, she's into like dyeing her hair and all that. She does her hair a lot. She wants to actually go to cosmetology school, which, I mean, she's good at what she does, but I wish she wouldn't dye her hair. The other 2 though, I feel like they're also into like keeping the braids and stuff. They feel like they need the weave, but I'm like, you have naturally beautiful curls. I don't know why you want to just keep Adam weave to this.
It's because media. Yeah, you know, it's like it went from us loving our natural hair, and then it's now it's into these like braids and braided looks, which there's nothing wrong with them, but like I want girls to love their natural hair, and technically at their natural state, because even your hair being washed and blow dried and flat ironed, it's not its natural state.
Right.
So, but I want my children, not my children, my children and my clients to love their natural hair. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Don't wear those things because you want to, not because you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
I know back in high school, like that's when like the natural looks first started coming out, and at first a lot of people were getting made fun of when they were wearing their natural curls, and they were like, your hair is nappy and
short,
blah, blah, blah.
shrinkage, yeah.
It's just like, nah. But then like, was it 2020? Nah, a little before 2020. That's when the natural look started really hitting. But I feel like it's not as prevalent now. Like there are a lot of brands, like Beyonce just came out with her line.
Yep.
For natural hair, but I also feel like there's not a lot of variety when it comes to natural hair online. It's usually just the same type of hair being shown, unfortunately. So
that is unfortunate. It is.
Yeah.
Because that's not the curly kinky girls.
Yeah, like me, my hair is not shown that much. So a lot of the stuff that I'm learning is just trial and error or trying to find stuff on YouTube. But I am also lazy when it comes to my hair.
That's what you can't be. It's so easy to be though, because it takes a lot of work.
Yeah,
it does. And you know, the natural hair community came in and it was like, oh, you know, you see the cute curls for a lot of girls, but a lot of the times everybody hair, again, you have to train your hair to be curly. So you got to be wearing it curly. You can't wear it in a puff ball. You got to wear it, you know, in your natural state in order to train your hair. It's like even with working out, like I tell people a lot with my clients, because most of the time when I'm educating them, I use everyday life, because then that seems to be a lot easier for people to grasp when it comes to your hair. But like I say, you know, if you want to wear your hair curly, you want to wear your hair straight, wash and goes, you have to train your hair to be that way.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to just put a product on today and it just look like how you wanted the picture they showed you. You got to train your hair to do that. Yeah, so that's the only issue. People want certain things. It's like you have to train your hair to be that way. Just like even wearing your hair straight. Most people's hair doesn't stay straight because they haven't trained their hair to stay straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the difference between training your hair to stay straight and then it being heat damaged?
So first off, anytime you apply heat to its natural curl, it's already damaged.
Okay.
Technically, it's already damaged because I've compromised its hair in its natural state. It's curly, kinky. I flat ironed it. Compromised the health right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it would be damaged. It would take a lot more of moisture, hydration, trims, and things like that to maintain its health so it can grow healthy. However, I mean, technically, putting heat to the hair, you damage it. Think about, you know, if you cut your stove on and it's not all the way hot, you could potentially still burn your hand, even if it wasn't on high heat.
You're right.
See? So, yeah, it's still damaged. It's just the excessiveness of it will really cause your hair to be dry. It will cause your hair to split. And then that's where you see more of an issue. That's why my clients, I'm like, I see them every 3 weeks.
Okay.
I don't want to see you earlier than 3 weeks. It should be once a month if you're going to come and get your hair straight. Because your hair can last as long as you maintain it the way that you need to. But for the most part, I don't need you to come often. Because we're so conditioned that when our hair is not sleek and straight, it's not finished.
Yeah.
That's its natural state, though. Yeah. So if your hair, if it ain't sweated out and look like a rain puddle got to you after your press, don't call me telling me your hair is, you know, don't do that. Girl.
Yeah, because I know. When my hair is straight, I tend to touch it more, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how to keep my hands out of my hair.
I'm sure.
When it's straight.
I'm sure. I had an elder yesterday. She came to me and curled her hair at first, which I tell people coloring is bad. I recommend. I don't like to provide coloring services. My clients literally have to pull me tooth and nail to do a color service. Just because, first off, I'm big on health. So I know that coloring the hair compromises the health of the hair. A lot of hairstylists say hair color is healthy. Once I do anything to compromise the melanin in your hair, which is all the proteins, vitamins, and nutrients, I've compromised the health.
Yeah.
Now you can do things to keep it up so it can remain, so it can still have integrity, but I've still damaged your hair. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you maintain? How would you, or what tips would you give to someone that wants to maintain while their hair is colored?
A lot of conditioning and a lot of hydration. Because, like I said, when you're coloring the hair already is melanin. That's why it's dark. Once you put another color on there, you've pretty much changed the chemical anatomy of the hair because it's not brown. It's blonde or red. So, with that, now you have to focus on hydration, you have to focus on moisture, and then you have to also focus on diet. Diet is a huge part of hair health. It's not just for fitness and working out. It is also how your hair grows. Yeah. So typically drinking a lot of water. A lot of people have issues with their hair because they ain't drinking a lot of water, you know? So mainly I say keep up with treatments and make sure you're getting the right treatments that are catered to your hair. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So you can keep it growing. Yeah, so it's not breaking off because it can look like hay and start to break off. It can get bad with color. Yeah.
That's why I've always been so scared to color my hair. Like, I've thought about it, but I'm just like, I don't want to risk it. So that's why I'll just end up getting a wig or something.
I would prefer a weave or a wig because the thing is, if you already feel like there's a lot to do with your hair right now, and you add color, that's a whole different ball game because like now you're not just trying to take care of your hair, you're trying to take care of your hair in its unnatural state. So it's like I said, they have to fight tooth and nail, but I do it for my clients because they come back their routine. You see clients I have that color their hair is still growing full because they're consistent, and also we do what's necessary. And then too, for some of my clients, there's a lot of people who want to come back and let me color your hair, let's recolor. We're gonna wait a little minute, let it grow out a little bit, let it continue to flourish, and then we can add a little bit more. But I try to get my clients to get minimal color as possible, because if I know you're not gonna take care of it, or your hands is gonna be in it because it's pretty, now I'm wasting my time. And I don't want to waste my time. So, yeah.
I don't know why I always touch my hair when it's straight. It's just like,
it's different.
I feel the roots.
Yes.
I guess that really is.
And it's straight. You know, you can put your fingers through it like this without catching something and comb it or whatever, you know. I mean, it's a nice, we have many varieties and variations we can wear our hair. You got braids and you can't keep your hand out your head. You wear a weave, can't keep. That's just what it is. But when it comes to your natural hair, you can't continue to put your hands in it because even though it's nice to feel, you're honestly causing damage, and that's just because of the friction. Yeah, so keep your hands out your head.
I'm gonna try.
It's hard. Keep your hands out your head. Jeez, that's funny.
I don't know. I think actually, so when my hair is like this,
it looks really soft. Actually,
it's kind of soft.
It looks really soft.
You want to feel it?
I do. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yes, girl, it's thick. I love the hair.
I need to get it done though. I don't know what I want done to it.
I know.
I really don't. It's always the hardest decision for me because I'm like, I just have braids. I kind of want a wig, but I don't want to pay for a wig. I would do a silk press, but I don't want to put a lot of heat in my hair. Then I'm like, I could just wear it natural, but then I got to do it every day. Or I got to do something to maintain it. So, it just...
Now, you like to wear your hair naturally, so why don't you try things like flexi rods or twist outs?
Because I'm lazy, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to get some flexi rods, actually. I've done it before. I also don't know if I'm doing them correctly.
You're probably not.
Probably not.
You're probably not. And then it's product too. That's a huge aspect with wearing your hair in natural hairstyles. I do love Nairobi. Nairobi is a good styling. It's actually a a forming mousse. So a lot of the times people use it to kind of like shape the hair, especially with short haircuts. I love using it for my flexi rod services.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter the texture, density of my client's hair. That is an immaculate product to use. And it's also black owned. So.
Ooh, I have to check them out. What is it called? Nairobi. Okay. I'll just book an appointment with you.
Okay,
because
I would love that. I would love that. I would love it.
I just can't. I struggle. I had a coworker come and do my hair, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I'll do your hair." And we did like a wash and go, I think it was called, or was it finger coils? I don't know. But he was like, when he started it, he was like, "I did not know your hair was this thick." It's like, yeah. It took us like 4 hours because we were taking breaks. And then he was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it again.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, it took a while.
Because you have a lot of strands. Like I said, you have a lot of strands in your head. So, like, when you think about doing wash and goes or even the coils, like, that's a lot of hair. It's dense and it's long. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a job.
Yeah. Yep, I'll just come to you.
I love it. You see all my clients, they all have thick, long hair, so I love it.
Yeah. So, majority of your clients have thick hair.
That's my favorite client.
I applaud you.
I mean, it doesn't, honestly, like I said, my relationship, like I tell all my clients, whether they're new, they know, I build a relationship with your hair first. Then I build a relationship with you. But me and your hair, we got to have a conversation first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with you moving, I know you said you're moving around the corner.
Around the corner from here, yes.
Yeah. What is making you move? Or what was the decision to move?
Well, I had been thinking about it for a while just because I'm a visionary, but I'm also a person who believes in, like, evolution. So there's never a place, I'm not going to say there's never a place that I will settle. It's just, I know that I have a vision, and I'm going to keep moving until I see that vision.
Right.
So with here, this was something that I wanted to try out personally with the owner just to see how it would go. And it turned out well for me. I learned a lot about myself and what I can maintain. Also what I possess in my business. Because here, this was me by myself. Usually I've been in salons working with other people, but this was something that I built as a foundation for me, or a platform, for me, so people can get to know our Neci, not attached to anything else. So, leaving here, it's bittersweet. Because, again, I created this because I wanted something for my clients. That was the biggest thing. Yeah. But this decision that I'm making, the next step is for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. And you said that's 3 weeks.
Yes. I'll be starting in between the second and third week of March. Okay. So, it's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. I'm really excited. My clients aren't too much just because the salon that I'm going to, there's 2 elders that work there. First off, every salon that I've worked in, I've always worked with elders. And that's because they've been in the industry long enough. They got businesses. What way to learn how to do business or take my business to the next level if I'm not around mentors? So I've done, like I was telling my girlfriend, I've done everything in the hair industry. I've done manicures and pedicures. I've done acrylic nails. I've done massages. I've done facials.
That distracted me. I don't know why that was.
That's magical, actually.
I don't know why that happened.
That's pretty magical, actually. That was a magical experience. Because that came out of nowhere. Okay? Like, completely nowhere. That was amazing. Maybe this is a good move for me. Okay. Signs.
That was your confirmation.
That was my confirmation. But yeah, so I mean, for the most part, I'm excited. Like I said, I built this. My clients, they're upset because of course they could come in here and kind of be themselves for the most part. Not as if they couldn't over there, because usually nobody's ever there but me. But they were very much like a community. Yeah. Here I'm by myself, so it's nice to have, other people who are always caring about you and, what you got going on. Yeah. So, yeah.
And they do say it does take a village.
And I have children, so a village is always necessary when you have kids, let alone by yourself. So, it's nice. Sorry. I mean, I've been there before. So, honestly, I'm just excited to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people think it's a step backwards, but like I've said, you know when you have a what they call that? Slingshot?
Yeah.
Right now, even though it may seem like I'm going backwards, I'm kind of just winding up because soon as the next place that I'll be once I leave there, I believe that will be exactly where I've envisioned for myself since I was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what type of environment or atmosphere do you picture yourself or envision for your salon? Like, is there a particular area like Canton, Ypsilanti, anything like that?
That's so hard. Because personally, I've always been taught, and this is just my mom, if you can't make it where you're from, you can't make it anywhere else. Now, for the most part, a lot of people do leave home and they go elsewhere. However, I feel that there's so much potential in my community around that I have no desire to leave. I said if I did, I would have my baseline here and I would travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I travel.
So you want multiple salons?
No, okay. So I see that's dreaming real big. Now, for the most part, it will probably just be one specific location. But I think so far as like my services, I would want to take them to other states.
Okay.
So I would want to bring my energy there versus creating a permanent establishment. Just coming in, sprinkle a few seeds, and then leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like people do feel like they have to travel out in order to expand their horizons. But there's no place like home, you know.
Like I said, I've been doing hair for a long time. People in Ipsy know me by Neci. Not Arnesia, yes, but mainly Neci. And honestly, I have built so much of I wouldn't say a repertoire, but I have a lot of respect for younger girls and older women here in the city of Ypsilanti. So, and most of my clients, not to like toot my own horn, beep beep, no. I got people who travel. One of my clients comes from an hour away. I've had people travel from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at that point, I don't have to leave.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't know a lot of the services that people in Ipsy have to offer too. And that's one of the reasons why I do the interviews as well. Because there's like a lot of local people. Like you're around the corner from me and I didn't even know that. There's another person that I did an interview with, and she was around the corner from me. When I say around the corner, I mean less than 10 minutes.
See?
You were 6 minutes away from me.
See?
So.
See what I'm saying? But that's because I feel like, you know, for the most part, I'm not good with putting myself out there on social media. Because I'm a little bit, you know, introverted to an extent. But I know for the most part, my name gets out there. That's the biggest thing. It's like, I tell my clients, even if they're coming, they book an appointment, they're like, oh, Neci, I can't pay for a trim. I'm like, I'm trimming your ends. Because the last thing I need you to do is walk out here, and my name is on it. Sorry. My name is on it, and you look crazy.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. No. We trim your ends, so when you go out here and somebody say your hair look good, good name,
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Some people don't do that.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I just said they don't care. It's about, a lot of people are in it, like I said, for the money. Because that's kind of where it's going to. It's something easy to do. It's not hard to figure out a hairstyle, go on YouTube, record a, you know, watch a video, do it at home. You got everybody making wigs. Everybody's doing hair. Ain't got no license. So, it's for the money. Because it's easy to be done, but in order to last, it takes more than money.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta have a passion for it, definitely.
Where I'm going, the lady that works there, she's in her 70s doing hair.
Ooh.
And clients fall asleep while she's using Marcel's, the click, 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 click ones, just fall asleep. That's how I want to be. I want to be pressing your hair and you so relaxed that you're not even worried about being burned.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because people are afraid of the pressing comb. Are you one of them?
Am I afraid of the pressing comb?
Yeah, like if I went to press your hair, you gonna kind of try to pull away a little bit? Are you okay?
I think like right here and right here only because I know I can see it, but everywhere else
You fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like right here, I don't move at all. But
you be all up in my mouth while I'm on your.
I just feel like
you better not burn me.
It's because I know that I'm about to feel the heat. It's in a tingle down my back.
See, my mom just said that a couple days ago. She's like, back behind her neck does that. She's like, as soon as somebody get back here, it's a tingle that go down my spine. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yep, right in the back of in the back, and then right up here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
But I also, like I said, I don't put heat in my hair that much either. So that's also why I'm like, I know I'm about to feel it.
Yeah. And one thing about me, I do so I use a pressing comb. I believe in a pressing comb. I don't know what it is with the new age of people that just think a flat iron is supposed to do the job. But if you're dealing with our hair, the pressing comb is what started this, and it's going to finish it.
Yeah.
So I usually do, I press the roots, and then I go one time with the flat iron. That's it. I don't, sometimes you see people, and they kind of like, really working them flat irons to press your hair. It don't really require that. And I mean, I've serviced girls with all textures of hair, whether it's fine or dense, or, not as tight of a curl, and really the same amount of heat for everybody. Yeah. I just leave it there. Yeah.
So, what are some of the goals that you have when it comes to your business?
I don't want to speak too soon, but eventually I would want to have a one-stop shop here in Ypsilanti. I think that we focus always on just hair or focus on just nails, but we need a place that caters to the full beauty experience. And that's why my business, I also say, is wellness, because like I tell a lot of people, a lot of this service or this experience between me and my clients is within.
Right.
Okay, so because we are doing that, I want to provide a space where a person doesn't feel like they have to be something when coming in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, just like I said, allowing you to come in and do whatever you want. Whether you want your hair done, your nails done, toes done, massage, face, whatever. You come into this one place and you get what you need and you leave. That's what the end goal for my business will be. Is a well-known one-stop shop in Ypsilanti, from hair down to potentially like items, pieces that you could use for going out in the evening. So you come get your hair done, get your nails done, leave with a bag, leave with some earrings.
Yeah, that's nice. So, are there any concepts, beauty concepts, hairstyle concepts that you feel like are outdated or taboo within the beauty industry?
No, especially being a beautician, I'll say no. Nothing that has happened in the hair industry is going out of style. It's renamed like how everything else is.
Yeah.
It's like people come to me, you know how to do this? And I'm like, or crochet. You know how to do crochet? That's latch hook.
Yeah.
We've been doing latch hook since I was 9. Wait, what is crochet? But because they give you a different variety of hair, it's something new.
Yeah.
But nothing is new under the sun, as they say. So, to me, there's not one beauty concept that's outdated. Actually, there's one. I think that the beauty experience, going to the hair salon, being in it all day, that needs to change.
Yeah.
Yes. Because, I mean, then, don't get me wrong, back then it was more of a community thing.
Yeah.
Like, even with the elder that I worked with, people coming in, stopping in, saying, hey, dropping off food. It's more of a community thing. But nowadays, I feel like we're efficient enough to know that, like, okay, we're advanced now. If we're going to perform a service, it's about you. At least that's how I would want to operate my business, is focusing one-on-one. How do you feel? I want you to feel cared about and heard.
Right.
So, yeah, can't do that with other people here.
That's true.
Because
now you're trying to hear what Cece said to Little John.
Okay.
Just
Too much going on. Too much going on. For real.
So what's one thing that you wish you would have known prior to starting the studio that you've learned along the way?
That I would have known? That's kind of hard, because I feel like I've worked with mentors my whole life. I stayed around people who were advanced in the industry. So honestly, I don't want to say that there's nothing that I haven't, but so far, nothing. I feel like I was honestly given the tools up until now, because I don't know if you know Beauty Lux Hair Studio, and Beautiful Lux Hair Company, and the Cosmetology School off of Whitaker. That used to be my salon owner, and I worked with her off Grove before she moved to Whitaker. But yeah, so that's where I worked before I came here 4 years ago. I was over there, and I worked there for a few years, and then I wanted to branch off to try to own my own studio, which nothing necessarily didn't work out here. It was just between me and the person who owned the building, because I had a further vision for this space. Because like I said, the person owns the whole thing, and so I had visions for the whole building. Yeah. Not just the small space that I had, but it didn't work out. And that's okay, because again, like I said, this was a step. Yeah. Honestly, it let me see what I was capable of managing on my own. Because again, I was always with somebody else. So, if anything, it showed me what I can handle on my own. And that's actually a huge thing, because it's very important to invest in yourself. Right. Yeah. So here I've been able to really invest in myself and see the potential of what would happen if I had the full space to really, put my vision into. Yeah, because this is only a piece of the vision, obviously. But yeah, it will be bigger. Okay. Yeah.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give someone that wants to own a studio or even go into cosmetology?
So with cosmetology school or hair in general, never go into something that you do not love. Like I say with hair, would you still do it if you weren't being paid? That's the biggest question, because a lot of people wouldn't probably do it if they were being paid. But I feel like if you're working if you're doing it because you love it, you'll do it forever. Right. But if you're doing it to make money is an in and out thing. Right. So you got to still love it, still be ambitious, and still be driven to do it, even at those times that you're going down before you go up the hill. So if you don't love it, don't do it. Yeah, that's the biggest advice I can give you. If you don't see yourself doing it and money wasn't involved, don't do it, because me, even on the days that I'm not making money, I still know that I can make money. Yeah. But there's some people who don't have it and get into that dark space. So yeah, don't do it if you don't love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, like I said, I tell that to my nieces all the time. Not if you weren't getting money. I mean, it's the same thing, but I just say it in a different way. But it really is about something that you're passionate about, because money's always going to be there. There's always going to be ways to make money. So it's all about how you make money and how you spend your time doing it. Because clocking in and out, at least for me.
Okay, right. This ain't for everybody.
Clocking in and out is not for me at all. So.
No, at the same time too, like I tell people, even those who do like clocking in and out, technically, if you worked for someone who owned their own business, there's a little bit more integrity in that, because they've built that with their blood, sweat, and tears, as people would say. So to me, there's more of a love. Just like you think about grocery stores and farmers markets. Farmers markets are a little bit more personable. When you go to Trader Joe's grocery shopping, it's a lot more. The energy is a lot more, to me, relaxed than going inside of a grocery store where it's fast paced and big. So for me, I'm very much on the intimate. I love intimate settings for people, And so granted, if you're going to do it, feel as intimately passionate about it. Like, I love this and I'm doing it because I love it, not because I'm being paid. Right. Because granted, if you do, then to me, you'll always be paid. Yeah.
All right. Well, those are all the questions that I have for you. Yay. You can go ahead and let the people know where they can find you at, and then any things that you have coming up.
Okay. So, I'll be moving salons. Like I said, I'll be closing down my studio. Still doing hair for the clients that thought I said I was closing and I wasn't doing hair anymore. That's not it at all. I'm just moving locations. But with that, you can always look at my work on Instagram. It used to be Arvon Studio. It is now NJ Hair HAIROLO_G. Hairology is a name that I went by before because I love science of hair, but hair was my focus. So that's where the name Hairology came from. But it's NJ Hairology. My name is Neci J, and I am in the Ypsilanti local area.
Alright, so that is all I have for y'all. I hope y'all like this video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment. And I'll see y'all in my next video.
Yay, bye.